Hey y'all, it is Sansa Ray. Good evening. Back with another video. How y'all doing today? When you practice forgiveness, your moral compass is better aligned. Your moral compass is in the right direction that it needs to be. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Even though a lot of people may say, oh, you can treat people the way that you want to be treated all you want to, but they still be nasty and mean. They'll still be however they are. And that's true. But that don't mean you got to be around them. That don't mean you have to give them your energy. That don't mean you have to keep accepting it. You can move on. You can change the people around you. You don't have to stay in that same environment. You don't have to stay around those people who don't have the same energy as you. But still treat people the way you want to be treated. And I know a lot of us have been hurt. I mean, hurt in ways that it's really, really hard to forgive that person. I mean, some people have been through some terrible situations. And like I said, it could be hard to forgive that person, but the forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. The forgiveness is so that you can sleep good at night, so that you don't diminish your own physical health. Sleeping good at night because they're not living rent free in your head. Living rent free when every time a certain song comes on, you thinking about that situation that happened 10 years ago. Or you're thinking about the person who stole from you every time you see somebody wearing a black hoodie. And that's because you haven't forgiven. You haven't let go of that trauma. You haven't let go of the hurt. And like I said again, now I know it can be hard. It takes work. It takes time. Because some of us have been through situations that are so detrimental that it affects our kids. It affects a lot of our family members. But you still have to forgive because the forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. The forgiveness is so that you can heal and not stay trapped in your own mind. Trapped in your own mind because of the triggers that come up that make you stay in that mindset. Triggers that come up that just makes your heart bitter. So you have to work on forgiveness. You have to work on forgiving those who live rent free in your head, moved on, not even thinking about you no more, not even worrying about that situation that happened last week or yesterday. So you got to forgive those people because there is benefits from forgiveness. There are benefits from moving on and letting go. Forgiveness improves your overall well-being. It improves your mental functions because you don't have all of this time dedicated to this person who hurt you. You don't have all of this energy dedicated to being angry. It takes more energy to walk around being angry than it does to smile. It takes more energy to sit there and be like, I don't like that person because they did such. It takes more energy to do that than to see that person and smile and walk on and be like, thank you, God, for forgiveness. Thank you, God, for helping me to move on and heal from that. Because that heavy emotional burden is not being carried around on your own back. You're not carrying it around for no reason. Like I said, some people don't carry it no more. They don't even think about it. Don't even remember that they may have hurt you. Some people don't care. And some people have forgiven themselves for the hurt that they brought on to other people. So it's your job to forgive them so that you can heal and move forward. Again, forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. It's for you so that your moral traits get better. Your moral contrast stays broad enough to have better judgment on the people that you let in your life, better judgment on how you handle situations because you've forgiven that last situation. The last boyfriend you had, he hurt you so bad you don't even want to love no more. You don't even want to open your heart up to nobody else because he hurt you so bad. But once you forgive, once you let go of that, then you can open up your heart and gift yourself to love. Don't deprive yourself of things because of what someone else did or your past. So make sure that you're forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Oh my God, forgive yourself. It's a lot of things that we don't forgive ourselves for. And we're the people that the person that we have to be with all day. We're the person that's up here talking to you all day. So make sure that you are talking to you the correct way by forgiving yourself. You might be like, well, I can't be a teacher because I used to get F's all the time in math. You're not forgiving yourself for not being good in school. You can go back to college and get a master's degree and be the best math professor there is because you're in a different part of your life. You're not in high school no more. You're an adult now. You've grown. You learn more. You learn differently now. So don't deprive yourself of what your future can be like because of unforgiveness. And another thing, if you hold on to unforgiveness of yourself, your physical health would decline even more from you not forgiving other people. You would decline your own health more faster than you not forgiving other people. You will sit there and destroy your cells, destroy your mind, destroy your physical appearance by constantly in your own head unforgiving yourself. And that's nobody else's job but yours. Nobody else knows what you're walking around with thinking about all the time. You have to take that action to work on you and work on the things that are going on up here. You can walk in the room and look fine, your hair's done and all that, but don't nobody know that you in your mind like, yeah, Jack down the street, he said I was ugly, so I gotta put on all this extra makeup. I gotta put on all this extra clothes so that I can look like but that ain't even what you like. You like wearing baggy jeans and hoodies. But you doing all of this because Jack said you look like a Smurf. Whatever it is that is making you not love yourself, not forgive yourself, you got to work on those things. And sometimes it takes a little digging because we may think, oh, I love myself, but a lot of times we don't, not knowing that in the back of our mind, we got all this chatter and we haven't even forgiven ourselves for things that happened to us, things that we done, things that we have no control of. But we're still putting that mental anguish on ourselves with unforgiveness. So make sure that you are checking yourself for the things that come up, and they sometimes be the little slightest thing. And it'll stay there for a few minutes and it'll go by and you won't even think about it. Start being aware of those thoughts when they come up so you can be like, oh, yeah, I don't need to be talking to myself like that. And it's in your head. Nobody knows what's going on in your head. Nobody knows that you're talking to yourself like that. That is something that you have to become aware of. So make sure you checking your own moral compass for yourself. Don't treat yourself bad. Don't talk to yourself bad. Don't down yourself because of what somebody else said, what you've been through, what you've done in your past. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Forgive others so that you can sleep good at night. Forgive others so that you can walk around with a smile on your face. Forgive others so that you can love other people correctly. If you keep on holding on to that past relationship and how things worked out, you might not want to date another Libra or another Virgo or whatever it is that's holding you back from dating that type of zodiac sign or that type of man or that type of woman because of the past. You haven't forgiven yet and you don't even realize it. Like, oh, somebody say Libra. No, I can't. No, I can't deal with no Libra. No, no, no. And that could be the love of your life. But you passed it up because you let this person that's no longer even in your life live rent free in your head. And they depriving you of all the good things God got for you, depriving you of a good job. I don't want no Libra boss. That Libra boss I had, he drug me through the dirt. He ain't want to pay me. He ain't want. Come on now. Think about it. Think about what you're saying to yourself when you go home at night and nobody else hears these things. Are you saying, oh, I'm not good enough to be a professor? I ain't going to be able to pass the test. I ain't going to be able to be a basketball player because I don't play as good as John. You got to make sure you're controlling what's going on in your own moral compass. Are you treating yourself right? Are you talking to yourself right? Are you forgiving yourself for the things that you have no control of? The past is the past. Don't let your past control what your future could be. How great and miraculous your life can be. How fulfilling, how much more loving and abundant and free your life can be because you're holding on with unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is a spoiler. I mean, it can spoil everything. It can make you lie to yourself and be fake out there talking about, yeah, I love myself, or what mean the whole time you sitting there just wallowing in all kinds of self-doubt, all kind of things that are not even true. They're not true. And you holding on to it because of what somebody else said. Make sure you have your own moral values, your own moral standards, and not someone else's standards. Like your standards may not be the same as mine. Just because I think that it's right don't mean you have to think it's right. Don't follow what other people's moral values are. Keep your own moral standards. Say, for instance, you want to be a leader. Well, you can't be no leader if you're following the standards that I think is right or the standards that John think is right. You got to have your own moral standards, your own moral compass to guide you on what you want your life to be like, on what you stand for. If you want to be a leader, you over here listening to what John's saying, then you might as well just be a follower. You might as well just be a follower because you don't have your own moral compass and your own moral standards. And a lot of that can be dismantled and unstable because you have so much going on in your head. You have so much going on. You really don't believe that you can make it, but you outwardly saying, oh yeah, I can make it. You really don't believe that you can make the team, but you outwardly talking about it. It ain't balancing out right. So you got to make sure that all of those things are balanced out right. A lot of us have been through some rough times, and there's some people that wouldn't want to walk a mile in your shoes. Some people that can't go through what you've been through because they wouldn't have made it. So the things that you hold valuable to you, the things that you hold valuable in your heart, make sure you stand on them and make sure you reiterate that to people. So when you go forward, that you don't have to worry about not forgiving people because you know how to forgive and move on. You know how to move forward and not hold on to those things that don't serve you. Some people wouldn't want to walk a mile in our shoes. Some people couldn't do it. They wouldn't be able to make it. But you got to make sure that you are forgiving those who have hurt you and forgive yourself so that you can move forward without those stagnant, heavy burden feelings on you that'll keep you stuck, keep you unhealthy, No sleep at night. Forgive them folk. Forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Move forward and start new. Start new, because life ain't fair. Life ain't fair, and it's hard that you got to go through the trauma and you got to heal from the trauma. But who else gonna do it for you? You gonna stay stuck because of all of that bad anxiety, all of those bad feelings? You gonna stay stuck because you just want to waddle in your own sorrow? Poor me, I've been through this, I've been through that, pity me. No, don't do that to yourself. Rise up. Rise up and come up out of that pit. Come up out of that pit of self-pity. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. So what? They hurt you, but they have moved on. They ain't thinking about you no more. They ain't thinking about what they did. They ain't thinking about that $20 they stole from you. They done stole hundreds of dollars from somebody else. They ain't thinking about you. So move on. Every time you see that person, face just turn all up. Y'all don't even have to be in close proximity to even see each other's face close enough, or even close enough to speak. But every time you see them, thief. I can't stand them. I hope they ain't. Yes, they are. They still doing what they doing, and they doing it better now. Like I said, they stealing hundreds of dollars now. Or some of those people may not even be living like that no more. But it's not for you to find out. Your job is to forgive and forget. Your job is to move on to bigger and better things. Work on yourself. Forget all that stuff that happened in the past. Forget all of that anguish and anxiety that comes from holding on to that man who left you, that man who cheated on you, that woman who stole your car, that woman who stole all your money out the bank. You got to let that stuff go and move on. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Although everybody we meet ain't going to be nice to us, they ain't going to be kind to us, they ain't going to do the same thing or have the heart that we have. And again, I say you don't have to stay around them people. You don't have to keep them people in your life. Once they show you who they are, move on. Once they show you who you are, good. Thank you for showing me up front. I'm out of here. Nobody has control over your life but you. You have the control of who you're around, who you give your energy to. So if somebody come in your life and they hurt you early on, good. Let them go. Let them go early, because it's worse when somebody been in your life longer and they hurt you. I want you to hurt me now. Go ahead and get it on out the way so I can boot you to the side and keep on pushing. I don't want to let you in close and then you hurt me 2-3 years later. I'd rather you get it on out the way so I can see who you are. Forgive you and deuces. Thank you. But I'm going to forgive so that I don't have those burdens on my heart. So I don't have to go through every day waddling in self-pity. So I don't have to go every day letting people live rent-free in my head. So forgive people so you can sleep good at night. Forgive people so that you can be happy, joyful, smile. Don't let nobody control your joy. Don't let nobody take your joy. Forgive people for your own benefit. Have a blessed day.